there would be Vanderwalt, the junior goalkeeper, getting himself fired up. And Loyola will kick things off, and we are underway. Clemson in the home whites, Loyola in the traveling black. And right away they'll try to push it into the Clemson zone, and we'll have an early throw in here for Clemson. Arthur Duquesne throw up the sideline. Meinhard will try to sell it. That's an errant pass there, taken out front. Shot blocked. He goes off the foot of Magnuson, who got a start against Stanford, play all 90 minutes, as a matter of fact, in his first start in his Clemson career. That's because Lundegaard was out because of drawing a red card against South Carolina.
Yeah, and we felt like that was a real storyline in the last game, so having Adam Lundegaard's experience back there will be an asset to Clemson.
Here comes the Loyola attack. They go 3-on-3, and once again, able to stop the pressure. Loyola will maintain control, see if they can build something against the Clemson defense. It's a Clemson defense, usually, Kevin, that is very pressing on the ball out. They like to force you into action. They won't let you just sit out there. Coach for Loyola, as you see, Steve Nichols, his 11th season there with the program. Not very often that you're a 4-time Coach of the Year in any league, and he's done a very good job with the Greyhounds.
Yeah, picked to win the Patriot League this year, last in the NCAA tournament in 2021, looking to get back there.
Yeah, as we said, don't let that 0-2-2 record coming into this one fool you. They played some pretty good competition so far. Errant pass by Duquesne that's going to be touched out of bounds. Goes off the foot of Sigurdsson. Here's Magnuson with it. Plays it off Kelly. Gibe trying to play it through. Comes through. Kelly with a touch and scores! Well, Clemson scored 2.5 minutes in against Stanford, and we are only 2:03 into it here.
Yeah, kind of an odd ball. It looked like it was clipped in there. Jackson Roble got the last touch to play James Kelly in behind that back line, and getting his start tonight, he made no mistake.
First goal of the year for Kelly. Let's take one more look at this, Kevin. Good job, one by Kelly, just staying on side. Then, tell you what, I love the decision there by Kelly. Forget about trying to touch it. He got to that, he realized defense was collapsing on him, and he fired.
Well, we talk about that all the time, right? Taking the opportunity, the half chance there, and you can see this ball is played in with pace from Gibe. Roble just gets the slightest of touches to put him in behind. He picks a corner.
The reaction from Mike Noonan, loves what he sees from his Clemson club early on in this contest. So 1-0 in favor of Clemson.
Well, I know Coach Nichols will be disappointed with that start. One of the things he talked about, he thought a key to the game would be being difficult to break down defensively. They were just a bit unfortunate there.
Yeah. Loyola's last game out was against St. Joseph's. Played to a 0-0 tie, but the one before that they lost, and lost in a big way to Marshall. Of course, Marshall won a national championship not that long ago, but they lost to the Thundering Herd 6-1, which was, that's very unusual for a Coach Steve Nichols ball club.
Yeah, we talked about that game a little bit. They were actually up 1-0, had a couple of opportunities, one-on-ones, didn't put those away, and Marshall just kind of roared back.
Clemson trying to come on the attack, and Duquesne will force a throw in. Meinhard will quickly get it into Gibe. Magnuson will on the touch, feed it on the off on the wing. Push it in the box. Now it comes back outside. Good pass out front. Meinhard feeds it back. And Duquesne feeds it off Lundegaard right back to Duquesne. Meinhard on the wing. Gibe. Push through. Good ball movement, good control here for Clemson's a long possession.
A good long possession here. And
Yoshizawa going to set it up. Left-footed shot. Hops covered up by Vanderwalt.
Well, that's why he's so clever. He just creates a half chance there.
Mike Noonan enjoying a little refreshment with his team up 1-0. You see his coaching resume, the 15 years here at Clemson, a two-time national champ, 21 and 23. And there's just an errant pass back. That's an unforced turnover for Loyola. And Duquesne will take the throw in for Clemson in front of their own bench area. Ball played back to Andema by Warble. Again, Clemson just going to be patient with it backside and build their attack. Here's where you're going to see it chip forward, and there it is. Duquesne going to run that down. Offside, though, on the wing. Broke a little too early.
That's a good look from Adam Lundegaard, though, to pick Duquesne out in that wide area.
All right, so, Kevin, we talked about in the open that Clemson going 1-1-1 last year, right? So there's last season. Here's this season. And there's exact same record after 3 matches. But Clemson and that guy right there, the head man for Clemson and Coach Mike Noonan, they figured out the formula and they really put things together for their drive to the national championship.
Yeah, and some new faces there. And difficult record to start the year, right? You get in-state at home, and then you go away to play your in-state rival, and then you get a top 5 matchup with Stanford, who we last saw here last season in the Elite 8.
And the new rankings have come out. Stanford has climbed to number 3, Clemson at number 5 this week in the coaches poll. Down the sideline it goes, good touch, but Duquesne will chase it down. Loyola heading it back in and maintains control. Clemson trying to force it, but taken out of there as Hurley feeds it off, and then it's picked. Clemson trying to come the opposite way. Yoshizawa, good look off the offside, relieve the pressure. Magnuson will feed it to the wing.
Yeah, Meinhard was looking for the through ball there from Yoshizawa.
Yoshizawa trying to maybe too quick. Oh, we're going to get it possession back. Whistle and foul call. Vanderwalt, clear it. Play back Andema. Ooh, that's a good sharp pass through. Feed it off to the wing. Here comes Clemson again on the attack, trying to center it. Nobody there. It'll be chased down. Kelly. Feed it back. Warble. G-Bay trying to cut inside, and a whistle, and that's going to be a foul. This is going to be a dangerous place for a free kick here.
Yeah, and G-Bay showed how crafty he is on those goals.
You just see the reach out and 2 hands around. That's an easy whistle for Lucas Feathers, our referee tonight.
Well, that last attack for me, Dom, was all predicated from that really good penetrating pass from Adam Lundegaard.
Yep.
And we talk about the things he brings to the table defensively, but he can play some good entry balls to spring an attack.
Let me get a hobble player here for Loyola. That looks like Hurley. So we get a sub in. And shot on net, a diving stop by Vanderwalt. Boy, that was a good strike by Warble. That had pace going away, but Vanderwalt came up big.
Big time save there.
Here's another push inside the box. It'll be chased down. Meinhard trying to shield off the defenders. He looks for that ball, then plays it back. And Loyola will clear it just to relieve the pressure.
It's well done from Jafar Stevenson there.
Duquesne. Warble. Will Kane will. Jubei's pass was knocked away and intended for Meinhard. They push it forward and push it back to Andema off the foot of Lundegaard. Shot through. Kelly going to be able to chase that down. He will. Duquesne. For it crosses it through. The ball touched it and rolls just wide left. That went off of Yoshizawa and almost found the post left side.
Yeah, nice little clip ball from Duquesne getting forward there, and like it actually came off of Yoshizawa's stomach there, just getting on the end of it.
Just coming through. You know, we always talk about goalies making their bodies big. Yoshizawa that time just, all right, let it deflect off of me. Let's see what happens. He almost steered it on frame. The ball will go off the backside of Duquesne for a throw in here for Loyola. Eddie Smith, come over and take that. We're going to ask him to back up. Plays it back to the foot of Halls. Halls will find Stevenson. Now fed off on the wing. Clemson with that pressure, though. Going to get the ball back. Lundegaard, head up. Feeds it middle of the field. Meinhard tackled from behind that draws a whistle. It may draw, not going to draw a card, is it? It is. Wow.
Wow.
Does draw a card. That came early.
You had to wait the better part of 60 minutes to get your card the first night against Stanford.
McAvoy. Sean McAvoy draws the yellow.
Well done in the midst of all that excitement. Looks like Seth Powder has checked in for Charlie Hurley.
A man down far side here for Loyola, far side from our broadcast position. Take a look at this. Oof. I think that aggressive attack a player from behind. I don't have a problem with the yellow there, really, watching that. Of course, it always, as we say, when you slow things down, it always looks so much more dramatic, slowing things down a little bit. I'm not sure this is a cramp or what. You can see they test out that left knee. Adam Lundegaard. There's the bench as they talk things over. Steve Nichols. So picking himself up, Caden Stafford, transfer into the Loyola of Maryland program from the University of Maryland. I think they're going to hold him there at midfield, and he'll be allowed re-entry.
It looks like he's good to go. It's always with this new substitution rule as well. You don't really want to burn one of these 6 opportunities to make a change.
Seth Powder, 25. I see out there on the field. New number for Loyola. Play it forward. Duquesne able to settle it, cross it, left foot, and a nice job coming out of net by Vanderwalt to high point that, grab it, and then try to quickly maybe catch Clemson's defense back. And they will do a good job of transferring back. That's a good job by Yoshizawa just to maintain control, but he's fouled. Go back. Oof, really nice by Vanderwalt there.
Yeah,
of course, it helps when your goalie's 6'4".
Yeah, he came out and grabbed that easily, but James Kelly was threatening, and another good cross from Duquesne.
Good cross there to Yoshizawa. Lundegaard. He'll chip it in. Nobody breaking on it. Miscommunication there. Loyola going to push it forward. Very good job. Magnuson back. So, Kevin, talk to me. Magnuson having to play all 90 minutes against a very good Stanford team, young freshman. What does that do for him early on in the year?
Well, he certainly got the confidence from playing in that big of an atmosphere, and that can be unnerving for a young player, right, Don? We're talking about 6,200 fans on your debut when you get the start, but obviously he showed well. He gets the nod tonight. Oh, Yoshizawa's in.
Yoshizawa going to fire the shot, headed up. Though that's what a defender's supposed to do, get in behind the goalie, fill that void. There's a whistle and a foul called on Clemson.
Yeah, I think that was Oscar Halls on the save there.
Yep. Good shot, but
I think Vanderwalt may have been beaten there. Oscar Halls did a good job.
That's what your backline defenders are taught that. You got to fill, if you see your goalie come, you better fill behind him.
Well, for Lucas Magnuson,
yep.
It showed how clever he is for such a young player. It looked like he was surely going to play in Dama there and just release the pressure. And he just does a nice little Cruyff cut and keeps possession and builds out of the back.
From Iceland. Remember the Reykjavik under 20 team now playing. Foul called there on Loyola. Lucci's guilty party. G-Bay plays it middle. Warble the touch pass, trying to get it back, lost it. Ooh, this could be a whistle against Lundegaard on the trip.
And Lundegaard thinks he got the last touch there, but
yeah, it was a good play to Zigjorsson.
Yeah, got a little clip to foot a little bit. Yeah, it was just a second stab at the ball there.
So an opportunity here for Loyola to play it into the box. McEvoy plays it in. The ball's going to be headed over the end line. And they're going to say, was flag up?
Yeah, it looks
I think we had an offside call. Yep, flag was up.
Yeah, Javar Stevenson certainly found himself free, so it must have been slightly offsides there.
Stevenson, 6'7", on that backside. You can understand why they want to bring him forward every opportunity like that.
Yeah, get him involved in every set.
Yoshizawa makes a mistake, plays the ball behind. G-Bay.
Talking about Magnuson getting the start.
Oh, there's a good push through Meinhardt. That's offside.
And you also have Galen Flynn back there starting at right back for Clemson tonight. He got his first start against Stanford.
Good Meinhardt there. A little upset with himself that he got started just a little too quick. Let's see. Yeah, he was definitely on the opposite side. That's a pretty crafty move by that backside defender, realizing where that was and pulling up. Powder gives it off. And the attack, well played.
It's good cover from Adam Lundegaard there.
There's another nifty little feed, and they'll push it wing. Meinhard going to break on it. Here comes the big 6'7" defender, though, to chase that down and send it out of bounds.
He's got a little reach with those legs, doesn't he? Nice tackle.
Yes. And he's eating up ground with every stride there. Woo.
Well, again, such a good ball from Adam Lundegaard to break that first line of pressure and get the ball in the midfield.
Lundegaard plays it off Magnuson, going to control. Pushes it middle of the field. Kelly trying to touch it through. Maybe too many defenders there. Kane. Horrible chance for another cross. There it is. It fires it right in, and Vanderwalt covers that up. He'll quickly get it out.
Yeah, it looks like he was just trying to shape that into the path of James Kelly, and just a little too close to Vanderwalt.
Nice job by Clemson's defense, flowing back and shutting down any would-be thinking about a quick attack. Smith will play it backside. Stevenson plays it through. Touch it off to Smith. Powder trying to turn, but has it taken away.
And you can just see Eddie Smith. He's looking to get forward every opportunity.
Yeah, there's a run trying to put it over to Flynn, and Vanderwalt comes out, deflects that away. Boy, not too often you see a goalie come out and do that. It's actually a really good play.
Well read.
There's a mistake on the pass. And again, Clemson shut that thing, would be attacked down quickly defensively. Force the ball the other way. Ooh, errant pass. Touched back, but Loyola will jump on that, just push it out of bounds as Meinhard was in the area. Gibe let that come through to him. Got somebody in the offside, does. Play shot across Meinhard, the great touch. It's 2-0 Clemson. What a feed by Flynn, and Meinhard knew what to do with it.
Well, you said it, Don, right there. The quality of the finish was there, but what a ball from Galen Flynn. Recognizes space in behind, and he just shapes that away from Vanderwalt. We talked about him in the open. Alex Meinhard just buries that.
Third goal of the season for Meinhard. Take a look at this one more time. This is beautiful. Started with Gibe, the feed. Just the perfect placement, and Meinhard finished it off.
But you could see it just teased Vanderwalt a little bit. He almost came for it. You can see his body language. He second guesses it. He stays on his line.
I thought at first maybe Kelly was going to get to that ball. I don't know if Meinhard was actually talking to him and said, let it come. Whatever the decision, it was a good one.
Well, it dropped right for him at the end too, didn't it?
So the ball goes out of bounds. Duquesne will throw it in for Clemson. Warble will touch it right back to Kane, who plays it backside, and Ndema. Flynn plays it back. So let's see if this changes things for Loyola a little bit, what they try to do. Down 2-0. And a good long lead, and able to run it down is Duquesne. gets the corner, sliding tackle. It should be throw in Clemson, and it will be.
Yeah, it was nicely defended from Eddie Smith there, though. He gets position, just gets the last touch. Well, Don, talking to Coach Nichols, I think he's disappointed with the way the results have gone so far this season. But for him, really, the focus is going into this weekend. They open Patriot League play at American. And I think also for Clemson, that's why these games are so tough sometimes. Midweek game out of conference, and you've got to stay in the moment. You can't look ahead. And, of course, Clemson has Boston College next on Friday.
And you take a look at what Loyola has played so far to open up this year. They haven't dodged anybody. Gone and played pretty good competition. Misplay. Create a throw in. Just went off of the foot. Blue cheese. Warble. Able to touch it back. They play it backside. Magnuson. Center of the field. Gibet. Warble, a little back heel touch looking for Meinhard. Too much pace went by him. And we talked about Clemson ranked number 5 coming into this match, and there you go. There's inside the league. You got 7 of the top 25 and 3 of the top 7 in the league. And believe me, this thing is going to change a lot as the year goes along. I mean, right now 7 teams. We talked about this in the Stanford match. It's not going to shock me that at some point in time there's not 10, maybe 11 ACC squads that get ranked in the top 25.
Yeah, and it could be a different 7 3 weeks from.
Oh yeah,
it could be 4 different teams.
Yep.
I think this year with the addition of obviously Stanford and Cal and SMU, 3 quality teams, just top to bottom strengthens the league.
Again, Clemson defensively just forcing Loyola to play it back. Stevenson trying to push it forward, but that'll get chased down, and Ndema will control.
Yeah, not a bad look there. Good spell of possession. Just looking to play Sigurdsson in behind. It's just a little heavy for him.
It's onside as Meinhard. Nope, thought it was. I was watching the flag, and I didn't see it come up. Well, last minute, let's raise it, call offside.
He's gambled with that back line, and credit to Loyola's back line. They're clever, just stepping and putting him in an offside position.
Underguard. Yoshizawa feeds it. Cross coming. That's too strong. Skips across. Going to get chased down, though. Nice play. Good touch. Duquesne in the box. Double teamed. And who's that going to be last touched by? Let's say. Are we going to take a. Official comes up and signals for a. We're going to take a replay?
Yeah, not really sure what he's looking at here, Don.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
We saw a couple of these last game. They were looking at violent conduct off the field, not saying it's that, but it's one of the things that they can take a second look at.
So the first check on our instant replay bingo card comes here at the 21:30 mark. This first half, 2-0 in favor of Clemson. A goal just 2 minutes and 3 seconds in. Going back and
potential penalty, maybe. Galen Flynn's gotten 4
oh yeah,
balls, just a little.
The defender from behind comes and takes out.
I think that was Meinhard.
Yeah.
I think that ball was a little heavy for him to get to anyway, but.
You know what? I could see that. This will be interesting to see what Lucas Feathers decides.
I just don't know if
There's a
that
second
ball is
angle.
in Meinhardt's reach, even if he doesn't get tangled up there.
Yeah, it's kind of like football. That's an uncatchable ball. Maybe an unplayable ball.
Well, if he comes back and awards a penalty, if I were Coach Nichols, I would felt a little hard done by there. I don't think there's enough in that. Perhaps if the quality of the ball is a little bit better and you felt like Meinhardt could get onto it, maybe you look closer, but I just think that ball is out of reach for him. We don't really have.
There you go. This is goal cam. This may give us our best look.
I don't think that. I think that's incidental.
And again, just the flight of the ball, even if there is no contact there. And no penalty, you see, Lucas Feathers says. But I understand why they go take a look.
Yeah.
Meinhardt saying, come on. I got pushed in the back. I was going to go get that. I can go get it.
You can see Coach Noonan lobbying for it just a little bit.
Oh, here you go. Here's our video review card. If you have it with you at home, you can check off. I would say I would go down to number 4, determine if a penalty kick should be awarded. Or maybe even a decision for stopping a promising
attack.
How about that? That would be the first time we've seen that checked on the bingo card.
We're checking them off this year.
That would be number 3.
It's September and we're checking them off.
So Vanderwalt sends it to the Clemson half.
That's a nice little flick on from Sigurdsson.
Yeah. Nice job by Yoshizawa taking that away. And playoff Yoshizawa for a throw-in. Whistle. Not sure what we have. Injury. Stop the clock. I think they're sending. And they're going to send Richie Nichols off to draw a little blood.
Interesting here.
Maybe. But he see him there at midfield, and he'll await to get re-entry.
Assistant referee has a little tug of the shirt before he lets him go back on.
But he's back on the field. Stevenson.
I like that ball from Steven. Just
it off to Smith. There's too many bodies to push that through, but taken right back. Halls push it all the way to Vanderwalt. Halls will get it right back. Chip it forward. Clemson defensively there. Lundegaard. He would stop it, but here's a pick. Look at a quick attack. Defenders there. Magnuson going to knock that away and chase it down.
Yeah, that was Sean McAvoy getting forward. Also garnering preseason honors, midfielder of the year for
Horrible pressure from behind. G-Bay will feed it forward. Meinhardt plays it off. Cross out front. Touch, looking to get it. Kelly, the big man, carries it through as a goalie came out. Clemson can't take advantage of it. Yoshizawa trying to chase it down, and finally they'll just send it out of bounds to relieve the pressure. Meinhardt from G-Bay. Meinhardt get it right back. Kane. Again, Clemson doing a good job of just possessing it in the bottom third of Loyola's zone. Clemson just continuing to probe, feed it up top, push through. Warble trying to back foot and then come. Ball cleared.
There was some contact, but again, I don't think enough for a penalty in that moment.
Look for Yoshizawa, but headed away. Yoshizawa will chase it down. Feed it right back to Flynn. Try to push it across, looking for Warble.
And I like the tactical change here from Coach Nichols. He brings on Seth Bowder for Charlie Hurley, but now he's switched him to the left side.
Meinhard, Duquesne feeds it out front, ball deflects and into the net it goes. Vanderwalt couldn't hang on.
Looks like Jackson Roble was the first to pounce on it and just clips it over him.
3. So 3-0 in favor of Clemson. You're a former head coach, not just a former head coach, but a coach of the year during your days in the Southern Conference. So what does this do for Mike Noonan? Is it, hey, all of a sudden I can change up game plan a little bit, get a little deeper into my bench? What does it do?
Well, you know, he's certainly got to be happy where the goals are coming from, and you can tell a couple of those came right off the training ground, looking at getting Duquesne forward and just overloading that side. So he's going to be happy with that, and I think now he's going to look at a chance to perhaps an opportunity to get some guys some more experience and kind of go a little deeper into his bench, and can have one eye looking forward to Boston College on the weekend with a little bit of a cushion here.
Mason Jimenez also into the lineup for Clemson. The ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touched. Pushed out of bounds. Clemson will push it for a throw in.
I think perhaps Coach Nichols will have the same mindset. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some changes for him as they look ahead to their Patriot League opener with American. Perhaps limit some players some of their minutes. I like that ball from Vanderwalt.
That's an excellent feed to Smith. Again, Clemson forcing Loyola to take it the opposite way. Jimenez will jump on that. Warble Plays it out front. Foot of Kane. G-Bay. Cross. Flynn on the attack, pushes it in the box out front. He's looking for G-Bay, but defended well, touched away. Oh, there's a sliding tackle. That's an easy call on Flynn. That may draw a yellow on Flynn. And it will.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision there. There's no need to go to ground. Players with back to goal, he's not going to turn on you and hurt you.
That's a very late attack. Late tackle.
I think that's a moment that Galen Flynn, as a young player, will learn from as well.
And again, going to look to attack. Jimenez. Play it back. Lundegaard. G-Bay. Touch. Out comes Vanderwalt. Heads it away. How about that play?
That's twice he's come off his line and played him
a long way off his line. And he was a good 20 yards outside the box.
Yeah, good job staying connected to that back line. Awareness.
Yeah, the communication between the players there on the field. Stevenson plays it long, but that'll be chased down. You can see Clemson player raising a hand. I think we have a pulled hamstring on somebody.
That's Matthew Brick. He's going right to the sideline, isn't he?
Yeah. Brick just checked into the game. And down he goes on the field. I think he pulled his right hamstring. Some kind of slap the turf there. It's one of those things, you warm up pregame, but then you're sitting on that bench and you get thrown in and you try to turn the jets on. You can see as he's going after that. Ugh.
That's that step right there.
Yeah, you could tell. Yay. Being 62, I have really vague memories of being able to do that. That hasn't happened to me in over 40 plus years. We'll get a sub in. Remy Okunlola will come in.
And they're just going to flip him to the right back position, and
this will be his fourth game. He's actually started the first three as Okunlola.
If they're going to drop Galen Flynn to left back here. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that from Matthew Brick.
Yeah.
I don't think he was on the field for more than 5 or 10 minutes, Don.
I don't even think he was on the field for 5, to be honest with you. Creep up on 14 minutes left here in this first half, and Clemson has controlled almost right from the get-go. Scored 2 minutes, 3 seconds in. Placed a couple of more in the back of the net, and they try to push it forward, but too long. Off the foot of Okunlola. 4 national championships for Clemson in soccer. 2 by the first man there as you look on your screen to the left, and obviously the last 2 by Coach Mike Noonan. You combine those 2 guys, and 4 national championships here in Clemson, South Carolina. Obviously, it was a long time between the first 2 to the second 2, but tell you what, both of those guys absolutely knew how to get things done. And Mike Noonan's still working on it. Something tells me that number 2 beside Coach Noonan will change in upcoming years to yet another one, or maybe 2 more.
Yeah, that might not be safe.
Yep. Although, you say that. People do not realize how difficult it is just to win at a consistent level, much less win a national championship.
Right, and I think it's after you do it, you realize some years you had perhaps on paper what you thought was a better team, but they just didn't have quite the same draw in the tournament, didn't have fortune kind of go their way, but you know, they were a pretty dominant force in the NCAA tournament last year. We talked about it, Don.
Kevin, what's really interesting, you go back, and I don't care what league you're on, you go back and you look, all right, who won your tournament to get in the NCAA tournament? And so often, it's not that team that makes the deep run or even, you know, can get to a national championship. Clemson pulled off kind of the rarity last year, winning both the ACC championship and then the national.
Yeah, really tough to do in that scenario. Just almost, can you physically and mentally keep going after that type of run in a tough conference tournament?
So since we're talking about last year, all right, so here it is. All right, so they go 15-2-5, and then you see highlighted national champs and also ACC tournament champs. Usman Silla, who was just spectacular, obviously the Herman Trophy, but that's the first time that Clemson's been able to pull off the league championship and national championship. I think at some point in time we're actually going to take a look at the guys that are no longer with this Clemson soccer program because they've moved on to the professional ranks. And when we see that, I mean, it's like a who's who. There were some dudes.
Well, and it's the quality of the recruiting is just, it's tough to find some chinks in the armor here because they've reloaded with this recruiting class, and you know, it's early days, so we're still just in early September.
Offside. Right, so since we were talking about departures, here you go. So led by Silla, who now a member of the Dynamos, as you can see. And then, you know, look at all these guys are playing some professional soccer some way. You know, Marboy, I mean, he played 1 year here. Get to know that name, because that guy right there, you're going to know a lot about him in the upcoming years as long as he stays healthy. I mean, that guy's special.
It says a lot when, as a freshman, you anchor the back line of a team that wins an ACC championship and a national championship, and he was a fixture there at center back.
Clean it forward, trying to get it to Kelly. Headed away, Kelly can't chase it down on the sideline. I mean, Usman Silla, he was dominant, particularly the second half of the season. Everything ran through him, and just a dominant player. And I think that Clemson believes that they have that in G-Bay this year.
Yeah, and Usman Silla not only was so much attention on him all the time, but he also managed to score the big goals in the big moments.
It's funny how some guys just have that knack for, you know, whatever it is. Usman Silla definitely had that, and there were some key late goals last season that he scored that were a definite factor in both the ACC championship and also the national championship.
And always with a smile on his face too.
Yeah,
a lot of fun to watch.
eBay trying to push it through, but defended well there on the backside of Stevenson. Clemson maintains control. Oof. And that can be a foul called. And Stevenson going to draw a yellow. He is. Second yellow card against Loyola, Maryland.
Well, he's a tough physical presence back there.
Yep. And sometimes the 6'7" length works against you. Foot.
Just a little late in the challenge there.
Yep. Play it through and just touched a little too strong. Jimenez could not run that down. All right, so 3-0 in favor of Clemson. Here's how we got here. It happened early. First goal there, back of the net by Kelly. Then just a great cross, Meinhard with a slide. And then here from a difficult angle, Warble chips it in.
Well, they've been opportunistic in taking their chances tonight. It's just that goal in the second minute is just a killer.
Vanderwalt Trying to push it deep. That'll be headed out of bounds. Looks like they've taken Flynn and now have moved him back line. Usually one of the key ingredients to having a championship style ball club is pieces that you can interchange. And you know, Flynn is a great example of that. We just saw him in that highlight package in most of his first half. He's on that front line as an attacker. Now they flip him backside and he can become a defender.
Yeah, versatile team here, and you can see that in Yoshizawa. You know, sometimes he's playing wide and sometimes he's pulled central.
Right. Take a look at Flynn. Handle the throw in. There's the cross, there's the head. Vanderwalt able to make the diving save.
Oh, he's got a good picture there of what Remy Okunlola could do. Gets forward, looks like he's going to run out of real estate, and he just whips a dangerous ball. And I think that was James Kelly getting on the end of that, forcing the save.
Flynn will handle the quick throw in. G-Bay tackled. Sigurdsson, and now we get another leg, and this is going to draw a yellow after the fact. Tyler Flynn draws a yellow.
Kelly doing a good job of putting that on frame with some power, and Vanderwalt recognizing you couldn't hold it, just parries it away.
Out of bounds it goes. Throw in. And it's going to deflect off of the attacker, Nichols, for a Clemson throw in. Under 6.5 left here first half. So let's go. It's the late reaction and the push in the back is what drew the flag, or the card on Flynn. Tell I've been too much American football. They're both yellow.
Yeah, I think that was it's on the receiving end of the Jackson Roble.
Good feed. Nice little cut back. Okunlola play it back. Clemson again would just look to possess. Magnuson trying to push it through, but good defense. Throw in here coming for Clemson. Okunlola will take that. Flynn. Warble. Back to Flynn. Chip in and a little touch. It hits the crossbar, and then again it hits the bar. It didn't go in, and Vanderwalt will cover it out. Or Clemson arguing, at least Kelly is arguing that went in.
Hey, in other news, you get to tick off number 3 or 4 because he's going to go to video review here. See if that crossed the end line.
We've got 3 ticked off so far that we've been doing this together, brother. Maybe this is going to see this was a goal.
Well, and that was
Kelly thinks he has his second.
Yeah, it was impressive athleticism from Kelly. He gets the shot off the bar on the first one and so quickly reacts, able to steer it back on frame for the second one, which is the one that he thinks went over the goal line. It's always interesting though, my field of vision always goes immediately to the assistant referee.
Ooh.
That's very close. It has to be the whole ball.
Yeah, it has to be the whole ball.
But my field of vision always goes directly to the assistant referee. In a situation like that, he should be right on that line. He's on the last defender.
You know what? I don't think it is the old, even though I don't think there's enough here to overrule the call of no goal, because that's an angle that doesn't really show, shows a ball, I think, hitting behind the line, but I don't think you can say that it's totally behind the line.
I don't think it's the whole ball, and even if there's just a little sliver of it in the plane of that goal line, if the goal line were to extend straight up at 90 degrees, yeah, that's no goal.
It looks like it hit on the goal line. Yeah.
Impressive nonetheless from James Kelly to put that second touch on frame.
So again, it's the front of the line, not the back of the line. It's the front of the line. So after review, they're going to say no goal, and I think that's the correct call.
I think that's an important moment for Loyola there too, because you certainly don't want to go down 4 goals at the half, 3 goals if you can manage to get one back.
Kelly said, just that much. Been a good half though for Kelly.
Well, that's 4 that you've ticked off the bingo card, Don.
Got 3 more to go. We'll see if we can make our way through the season. With sunset to our, as we watch it, is stunning right now. There you go. Whistle. Foul call here on Clemson.
I just inadvertently, I think it popped up and hit Okunlolo's hand. Now there's an opportunity to bring forward your big players like Stevenson on a set piece here. Just under 5 minutes left in the first half.
And Damon directing traffic a little bit. You can hear him talking, wanting to go right. Protect that post to Andama's right-hand side. There's a chip in, headed out, cleared. Punch right back in. Ball touched off Andama as Jipe almost pushed it by Andama. That could have been trouble. Andama, though, will take advantage, and Clemson trying to come on the quick run, quick attack. Flynn slows it down.
You can see the confidence there that Jipe has in, and Damon just nods that down for him to come and collect.
Lundegaard goes down. So he was playing it off Magnuson. Are we going to have another yellow? Nope, just going to have a little bit of a warning here.
Sigurdsson's just a little late on the challenge there.
Sigurdsson may have a little blood on him. Wait, he's holding that arm. Band-Aid, nope. We'll just put the wrap. Stop the bleed. So Sigurdsson, I think, he's going to have to come and be held before they let him re-enter. And they'll send it right back in. Back and forth, Magnuson. Push through, Kelly trying to push it by. Nice block by Vanderwalt. Warble in the box, fires and misses high and right corner.
Well, 2 good opportunities there for Clemson, and James Kelly's timing there to stay on side, outstanding.
That's a good push through, good timing there by Kelly. Vanderwalt, nice slide just to get the foot to it.
And Stevenson stepped a little bit. I couldn't tell if that was Eddie Smith that just kept him in an onside position there.
Under 2 to go here in the half. Vanderwalt clears it forward off the deflection off a Clemson player. And now that ball deflected to the stands. Off of Loyola. Stevenson plays it off. Push forward, but right to the foot of Flynn. Try to push it in. No with the veil. Cleared Stevenson. Coming up at half, we'll have coach's interview, a feature on Clemson player Nathan Richmond, stats, highlights. 60 seconds away from half. Nice touch. Here's the cross. Kelly could come up with a header, and it comes across untouched.
It's just out of his reach, wasn't it?
Yep.
He's hunting that second goal.
Oof. Seconds left here in the half. Clemson going to try one more attack. Lundegaard trying to push it forward, but Stevenson will just push that back with 10 seconds left. Nothing else will happen here in the first half of play. So Clemson, you see the numbers, 105, 5 and 7 under Mike Noonan. When leaning at half, he got
is a different story, but also you have to be looking ahead. He said he had 2 players come off with injury in the first half. We saw that, but you have to be thinking this conference is really where it counts, and you've got American looming on Saturday on the road.
So Clemson ball here to start the second half as they get things going. Mason Lamb will get a start, number 8 here second half for Clemson. Something tells me we could see a few more players in this second half for Mike Noonan's squad, particularly if they can score another goal and stretch this thing out to 4-0. Lamb trying to push it forward, get it right back. This is what we saw Clemson do first half. Possess it, kind of continue to probe, push it forward. Good feed on the offside.
Well, Don, I agree. I think you could see Coach Noonan go into his bench a little bit deeper in this half. And
oh, it's a good turn. Here's a cross out front. Save, but not good enough as it's touched in. And just like that, Clemson scores to start the second half. Luminato. Luminato with his goal. That didn't take long.
Yeah, was that Remy Okunlola on the serve there? Again, just a ball whipped in with pace. It's difficult to deal with.
One, it's going to be a good turn by Okunlola. Vanderwalt got his hand to it, but Illuminato there to clean it up.
Again, it's the dangers come from a wide area. I think Coach Noonan is going to be happy with how good Clemson has been in the flanks.
Transfer from Drexel picks up his first goal in a Clemson uniform. His 9th goal of his career, though. And it is now 4-0 Clemson.
Well, Don, we're just discussing about opportunity here for Coach Noonan to go a little deeper into that bench. Not only have the road trip at Boston College, also second game with Holy Cross on that Monday. So quick turnaround for those 2 matches.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule here for Clemson here in this second half. But they'll stay in the Northeast this coming weekend.
Well, they quickly answer the question, is they'd be content just to knock the ball around the second half, but they certainly went for the 4th goal early.
Yeah. When you have guys that don't get a ton of playing time, believe me, they're not going to sit back. Their job is, they know what their job is. There's a certain standard within this program, and their job is to keep that standard there. It doesn't matter if you're starting or coming off the bench, you're expected to play at a very high level. Right,
and you hope as a player coming off the bench that you're making the coach's job a difficult job.
Exactly.
Forcing a decision there and come in. And I think James Kelly certainly made a case for himself. Coach Newman was right. He has been outstanding tonight. When you get guys coming off the bench that didn't get the start, come in and score a goal like Illuminato just there.
G-Bay trying to direct and almost got in there and almost knocked it away, but settle back and they'll push it back. Stevenson. Halls. Back to the foot of Tyler Tucker. Tucker plays it off on the wing to Signorsson. There's a turnover as it's onto the foot. Jimenez, and then it lost right away. I also think right now, if you're Coach Steve Nichols, you want to see how your team responds to this. You're down 4-0. You know, how do you play? You can continue to fight the rest of the way, or you're going to hang your head a little bit.
Right, and that's the response you're looking for, is to come out. And they responded to that 4th goal, came out and carved out a little opportunity there.
Play it forward, Kelly trying to settle, but Stevenson able to take it away. Who's that going to be off of? That'll be off of Loyola of Maryland.
Last touch by Richie Nichols there.
Long cross, trying to get it in the direction there of Loyola.
I think that was
in for Clemson.
Seth Powder doing a good job of getting there and just nodding that out of danger.
Another quick throw in here for Clemson. Jimenez plays it back. G-Bay. Underguard plays it off. Pushed through a good one touch in the box. Out front, Kelly's left-footed shot, not strong enough, but then it's cleaned up in front, and it's 5-0 Clemson. Tremnell. We did not see Tremnell at all first half. We see him here to start second half, and Clemson has come out inside the first 4:45 of this second half and put 2 more up on the board. Now 5-0 Clemson.
Well, again, just opportunistic and taking their chances.
You got that move right. You got that move right, Kevin. I don't know what that move was.
I tell you, I feel for Vanderwalt, though. He's just hasn't held 3 balls and resulted in 3 goals here.
That was a good one touch. Kelly strikes it, and then Tremnell there to just clean up the rebound.
I'll tell you what I really like about James Kelly tonight is he's taking these chances first time. He's not hesitating. And he's created a couple of goals.
And you don't expect this out of Vanderwalt, because this is a guy, again, he only gave up 15 goals in 18 games last year.
Yeah, just if you're not gonna hold it, you have to parry it away from danger. And credit to Clemson, they found themselves in the right areas in those moments.
While we were watching highlights, man down for the Greyhounds. And G-Bay drew a yellow card on the play. So that's the 2nd yellow against Clemson tonight, the 5th in the game, 3 against Loyola Maryland. Ooh.
Stepped
on the
there.
foot on the challenge.
I think just exposing the bottom of his boot there. It's going to be an easy call for the referee.
Paulino Paz, 35, going to check in. Chibe will come out. One more look at this. Boy, to me, it looked like he first touched it.
It looked, didn't look too bad.
No. I think that's a pretty heady move there by Coach Noonan. Get him out. You don't need him drawing a second yellow and then having to miss the Boston College contest.
And putting in about, what is that, 52 minutes? That's a pretty good shift.
Clemson deflects it away. Can they control? Trimnell trying to feed it back, but taking right back. Smith. Again, a forced backside near Stevenson.
It's good pressing from Clemson there.
Yeah, this is what they do, though.
And they did well to build out of that.
Stevenson, a good long run. Good long strides. He's long possession. Pushed it through, maybe a little heavy, but still possessed. Greyhounds have not put one on frame yet tonight. That's how good the Clemson defense has been. You always focus on the offense because I understand that's what wins games for you, but defensively they have been very, very tight.
Got another
and
player
down for Clemson. Is that a hamstring or a cramp?
I can't tell her if they're just, did he get a little dead leg there in the side of his quad?
Yeah. It's Trimnell who just scored the goal to make it 5-0. He's going to see if we can pick up what happened. Well, right there he gets tripped up. Stevenson. All right, so we mentioned in the opener at Clemson last year 1-1-1. All right, so there's Mike Noonan. And then what do? They beat Presbyterian in the fourth match 6-0. It is deja vu all over again. Here we are 5-0.
Yeah, and I think that's indicative to how analytical he approaches the game, tinkering with this lineup and this personnel in this position versus that personnel, and it worked out pretty well for him last time.
Noonan chats with Trim. I don't think that he was necessarily liking the way that Tyler was, his body language was with him there on the sideline. You see sub in coming for Loyola Maryland here. They push the ball deep in the Clemson zone, but Clemson will play that. Good touch off the body, but Loyola will take possession. Trimnell will come back into play as he was taken out. Vanderwalt one-times it. Possessed here. Wagner. Backside. McAvoy, and once again Stevenson in the middle of things. And there'll be a foul call there on Clemson.
As Paulino Paz just a little tangled up with his arms there. Didn't look like a lot, but
push it forward, and battle won there by Clemson. Clemson looking again as they probe in the deep third. Push it back. Lundegaard. Get it right back. Lamb. Ball. No, they said that was not touched by Loyola. I think that Loyola thought that it was, that it was deflected out. But
I thought that was a little bit of an uncharacteristic pass for him.
yeah. Magnuson will play it back. Chip it forward. Okunlola will settle it. Try to attack. Good defense there, but Okunlola still controls. Trying to split defenders, touch away, and that will draw a whistle and a foul. This will be another opportunity here for Clemson.
Yeah, for me, that looked like just quality defending on the part of Brandon Meminger. He was good in the initial challenge. I didn't see a whole lot in that.
So Roble will come over. And
yeah, initially a very good challenge there.
Roble trying to go backside, too strong, but it'll be chased down. Stays in play as Kelly feeds it back. Out front it comes. Okunlola. Paz. Chips it in, headed out Stevenson. Clemson will jump on it. Roble will feed it back.
Well, if you're serving it anywhere along that back line, keep it away from Stevenson, Don.
Yep. Tough to get it over, a 6'7" guy. Roble maintains. Tipped away, but Jimenez there to look to control. That's touched out of bounds. Quick throw in.
Well, Jackson Roble has been very good tonight. Clever on the ball. His goal was well taken.
Lamb crossing it. I guess he was looking for Roble over there, but just be cleared out. Header back in by Illuminato. Pause. Roble will play it back. Again, Clemson just doing a good job of continuing probe. Maybe got a little antsy there trying to push it through a lot of traffic. And that'll be a foul call on Clemson. Push off. A bit of an errant pass, but then a tug by Paz got away with that because possession was kept. Lundegaard heads out the would-be pass at the top of the box. Clemson trying to turn it quickly the other way, but that'll be headed back out of play. Ooh, oh. Pause. And
yeah, he just pulled out of that challenge at the last second from.
That looked like it was going to be nasty, but it looked a whole lot worse than it was. And there's a foul called. And the Greyhounds on the attack. Smith, the guilty party. Clemson plays it in quick.
Well, they like the quick restart and keep the rhythm of the game high.
Well, chipped in, they look for the header, and it's going to be headed over the left corner. Good idea. Trimnell.
Yeah, really tough when it's coming at that angle and you're backpedaling to get a lot of power on it. He did well to steer that on goal. It's just wide.
So Dylan Vanderwalt. Headed right back in and shot 17-1 in favor of Clemson. We're going to get a foul call here on Loyola, and that is going to draw a yellow. Guilty party this time is Oscar Halls. That'll be the 4th yellow against Loyola. Pushing the back.
Just high risk, low reward there. Just force the player to play negative. His back's to goal.
Comes across, shot in, but cleared right back out. Roble, play it back. Another chip. Headed across. Out front, down. Goes the Clemson player, no whistle. And hanging on to his left leg. This Magnuson is slow to get up. Hobbling on that left foot. See the header come across. Step on the foot.
Just incidental contact there. And
Nucci. This will give us should give us a good angle. I got blocked off a little bit.
nonetheless, it was a good decision by Trimble, just nodding that down to the path of Magnuson.
Settles. Was that offside? It was. There's no doubt about it that James Kelly has had himself a good night. Be a lot of stuff he'll be able to go when they show film. It'll be very positive for that young man. You can see how it's a good call on the offside.
And you can see he and Trimble both were just in an offside position there, just by a fraction.
Ooh. Good sliding tackle right there to stop the would-be attack. That's a fine defensive play turned in by Illuminato.
Just puts it out for a throw in. It's a good tackle.
Great defense along that end line by Lundegaard. There'll be a whistle and a foul called on Clemson. This will be an opportunity here. About 10 yards outside the box on the angle here for Loyola.
It's going to be an opportunity to get your big man forward. See if Stevenson can get on the end of something here.
So Matthias Leib, check in number 18 for Clemson. Then we'll get our first look at Ransford. Gian. Excuse me. Played in. Oof. Almost touched on frame, but carried a little bit long, and then it's going to go just over the end line. Stevenson tried to get over there to keep it in, but couldn't.
That was a good delivery.
Well played. Just beyond the foot. Here, Halls.
I was going to say, looked like Oscar Halls there. Just out of his reach.
Lundegaard with space, moves it forward. Ships it, Kelly. And out comes Vanderwalt one more time. He's out of net. They try to push it behind him, but couldn't. He's able to get to it.
Now, Don, was that on your bingo card? You've seen Vanderwalt head the ball 3 times
No,
tonight.
that was not on. But we were talking about, I think it was Usman Silla. Was it? Maybe it wasn't Silla. Maybe it was 2 years ago. Who scored one from almost midfield for Clemson that the keeper was well and just flipped it right over his head? And was it Silla? Was that Silla?
I think it was.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like Vanderwalt's courage to come off his line. He's been good in those moments.
Too many. Whoa, nice giveaway. And here's a little break. Little man against big man. Stevenson with the slide. It's going to send it over the sideline throw in.
That's a good combination play there between Matthias Leib and GN. Getting good tackle from Stevenson.
GN at 5'4", and Stevenson at 6'7". Long outside shot, deflects out. And whistle foul called here. Here's a look at the little man for Clemson, GN. Nothing little about his game, though. Yeah, push from behind. That should draw a whistle, and it will. Kelly. Stoppage of play because the ball wasn't back far enough. Back the other side of the midfield strike. 3-0 Clemson at half. 2 quick goals here second half. Leading at 5-0. Vanderwalt chips it. Oh, that's too strong. So throw in here for Clemson. Loyola will quickly get to that. Jimenez, pause, GN, Lundegaard. One of the things that Coach Noonan really kind of prides his team is their quick ball movement. Man, you go to practice and that is stressed and all the time. Move it quickly.
Move it quickly, be able to change the point of attack, be clever. Well, I would think, Don, we haven't seen the end of some of these substitutions for Clemson here. I would be surprised if a player like Adam Lundegaard puts in a full shift and goes the full 90 tonight, or James Kelly.
Stevenson able to cut that off, but Clemson pressures, tries to cross, it deflects, and once again, Vanderwalt can't come up with it cleanly the first time, does the second.
Well, he had a good beat on that. It was, don't know if it slipped out of his hand. It was almost catastrophic, though. It takes the slightest of deflections.
He had it, and it came down, and actually went off of Jimenez.
Yeah, perhaps it was just a spin of the ball there from the deflection.
A whistle and a foul call there, yep. Wagner, guilty party. Tripping up Loyola. Lundegaard plays it in. Shot from outside, going to go wide. Leib trying to get in the scoring column. Gian able to control it, play it back. Lamb will play it back to Magnuson. We've seen Magnuson and Lundegaard both going the distance also so far in that back line defensively for Clemson. Trying to push it through, looking for Gian, but
you had Illuminato out on the left flank, just trying to stretch that back line apart.
.50 ball won by Clemson. We'll try to push it. Well, that was a good thought to try to push it over to Loyola, but cut off.
It's a great ball by Memminger out of the back, and he's getting around here on the overlap.
Sweeney will touch it back. Nichols. Wagner plays it off. Gian jumps on the errant pass, and once again Clemson will possess. We work our ways towards 20 minutes left. Magnuson will carry it forward, play it off. Nice job for Kip being able to carry that ball through on the challenge. Split defenders, and that draws a foul. We got a player down. Actually, we got two players down. One back. Now the one that was back for Loyola gets up and begins to walk. You can see staying down is Tyler Tucker. Sophomore from Baltimore.
Yeah, nice little drag back move he had to get around Lundegaard initially there.
So it looks like that Sean McAvoy will play this in. One hops it, and Dama.
Well, knowing what a perfectionist Coach Noon is, he will not be pleased with giving up those set pieces in the defensive third.
Pause to Lundegaard, and then Lundegaard. Ball pushed through to Gian. Trying to get it to Leib. Yeah, that'll be a pushing foul there on Leib. Easy call. Pushing the back there against Sean McAvoy.
I like the intent, though, from Matthias Leib making the run beyond out of midfield.
So Vanderwalt, get ready to put right foot to it. Lundegaard heads it back. Controlled still by Loyola. And out of bounds it goes off of Illuminato. Shipped it behind. Not exactly the best of passes, and Illuminato jumped on it. Jimenez will play it back. Lundegaard will play it off. Touch it off towards Paz. Bad pass. And Loyola on the pass to push through, and Dama comes out, able to cover it up. You sense the frustration there, Sean McAvoy.
Yeah, makes a good run. Just the final pass is a little heavy, but full credit to Joseph Van Dama there. Just the awareness to come off his line and just snuff that out.
Well, watch Illuminato here coming off from the side. Just a little bit of a body on and able to shield off the attacker. To get it to the foot, and they are able to do so to Loyola, and that ball going to be cleared. And I think this is Clemson's first corner of the night.
Yeah.
Had all kinds of shots on goal, but this will be the first corner of the evening for Clemson.
That was a nicely driven ball out here.
It's actually second corner of the night, excuse me.
Outswing, on our toes.
Played in, oh, the header just up and over the crossbar.
I think that was Lundegaard. Looking to flick that onto the back post.
He gets a little push from teammate. And we're going to get subs coming in. If you come to Clemson, you know there's a lot of construction going on in the athletic footprint. All right, this is one of the new facilities that's going on. This is actually in addition to what we know as Jervey Gym. So, brand new facility that's going up there, the Watt Family Performance and Wellness Center, building on 50,000 square feet. You can see everything. If you're a Clemson fan, have not been in Jervey Gym yet. Have you been in?
I've not been in. I heard it's phenomenal.
It is a much bigger building now. Going to be the home, obviously, still for Clemson volleyball. They've not played a home match in it as of yet. I believe that will come up the ending of September, actually next weekend. So next Thursday and Friday is when they'll be in there. So be a great way. They got NC State home for football on the 21st, and they'll open up with a little volleyball over the weekend. Whistle and a foul called there on Clemson.
Just having that type of facility for your Olympic sports is a game changer.
So we get a new keeper that will come in for Loyola as Ryan Haskell checks in at goal. See 00 there. And we're also going to get a change of keeper here for Clemson. Aiden Hampton will check in, 22.
Well done. That is the last of the starters for Clemson, as you have Kelly, Lundegaard, and Magnuson coming off the field here.
And Dama leaves with a clean sheet. Well, battle for Loyola will come out with it. Will that draw a whistle? It will. Illuminato, the guilty party.
I think he was arguing shoulder to shoulder there. Actually looks like Mason Lamb, yeah. Just a little.
No, it was Lamb, excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
Shoulder challenge there. Again, a set piece in your defensive third.
Sean McAvoy will shoot it in. Whoa, he sent it right into that front wall. Here's a play in, though. Stevenson backheeled, but that's offside.
Well, credit to Clemson's back line, just clearing their lines quickly there on the second phase of that set piece. Look how quickly they get out. Actually had a few players in an offside position.
Donato plays it up the line. Cross. Loyola will settle that, play it back to pause. Push through, they're going to draw a whistle. It will. Illuminato trying to play that quick. Stop and whistle because it was too far forward. There's the grab from behind. Tyler Tucker.
Makes sense why I made him come back. It was the first contact there.
Pause and Illuminato.
Clemson gets an opportunity to run through a set piece in the final third.
Played in, lifting away as that goes over the inline. Is it Titus? Was it Titus Sandy? Yeah, Titus Sandy.
Titus Sandy Jr.
Yep. Here's Terry Watson, where they're trying to play it forward. Gian touches it back. Live plays it off. Loyola. Oh, maybe try to get a little too fancy with it. Cleared.
Just
Comes back outside. Pause. Loyola trying to play it off the chest. Can't get by, but still controls. Now turns it in. Inside the box. Shot deflects out. Stevenson was there. Jimenez back to Live. Here's pause. We'll play it back. Watson. Sandy will play it off. Again, pause with it. Loyola. Let it travel back to Watson. And again, just a nice job here. Clemson possessing it, probing it back and forth. We're working our way to 9 minutes left. There was a touch. Maybe that's just a little bit of miscommunication there. Jimenez thought that there was going to be a break down the sideline.
They just redirected that into the path, and the run wasn't happening.
Watson maintains. This is Watson's first appearance for Clemson. Push it backside. Haskell will play it out. Ooh, nice little back heel touch. Trying to push it through. We're looking for Loyola right side, but once again, the big man Stevenson was there to shut that down, and a man down. An injury is a crap. All right, so 3-0 Clemson at half. Kevin, and they came right back out second half and started early.
Yeah, it's Illuminato just pouncing on the the rebound there from a dangerous ball. And again, Vanderwalt's not able to hold that one, and Trimble just gets a little dink touch over him.
So both guys picking up their first goals of the season. And the athletic trainer will have to come out to attend to the man down for, and actually there's 2 down. There's 1, and that would be McAvoy, and here's another one. I believe that's the big long body of Yavar Stevenson, all 6'7" of him. When we started off, it was 80 degrees. I wouldn't say too much humidity in the air, but you can see both sides of putting forth the effort to, as a friend of mine likes to say, that's not perspiration, this is athletic, that's sweat.
Fair.
Looks like we're going to see Chris Ogor check in, and Ogor come in. McAvoy will check, and he comes in. I like it. Hustle. Running out.
Ogre's a player that Coach Nichols is high on. He's just coming. He thought he would give limited minutes tonight. Make sure he's ready to go on the weekend.
Moon is waxing, by the way. We're on our way to a full moon. I believe like a week from tonight, a full moon. Now, that is useless knowledge is what that is right there.
Could be useful.
I played middle and then just pushed back.
It's good pressing from Clemson here.
Ogor play it forward and play it off of Loyola out of bounds. Chris Ogor from Manchester, England, a sophomore. I mean, physically, he looks the part.
Yes, sir.
Just big physical body. Sandy, the quick touch keeps it alive, and then a foul. Excuse me, it was Watson, actually backside with a quick touch.
I thought he was actually going to let play continue there. Clemson did a nice job of breaking pressure.
Watson again, the touch. Youngster from Blythewood. Pause. Live trying to turn it. Push from behind and a foul called. Clemson plays it quickly. Oh, pushed it behind. Stevenson clears it. And then touched out of bounds. Watson comes over.
A nice job of giving cover there by Terry Watson. His pause was working back.
We're gonna get a foul called here on Watson, little grab. All right, so again, just thoughts as a former coach. You get in a situation like this, your 4th game, you're up 5-0, you get to empty your bench, play a lot of people. I mean, my guess is this is, you know, you always hear coaches, team. This is part of the team building process here.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, some of that is just personnel management, you're trying to limit the minutes of guys that you think are really going to feature on the weekend, but also you're giving an opportunity to some players that, you know, may not necessarily get minutes in other games, and give them some experience so they can grow as young players.
Well, you see chemistry. Here's a nice touch. As Gian is going to be tripped up. Vanderwall coming out. That's going to be a penalty kick. Excuse me, that's not Vanderwalt. Excuse me, that's Haskell now in net.
Yeah, I think he's going to get yellow as well. And
yeah.
Gian just showing his pace there. He's quick, isn't he, Don?
Well, and this is, I mean, all right, let's be real honest. This guy right here, Ransford Gian, is, you know, he came in with all kinds of accolades. A 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year. And he's just a freshman, 5'4", you know, so maybe a little bit on the small side, but man, his game is big.
And it was the slightest of touches, and looks like it's going to be Jimenez on the penalty.
Mm-hmm. He'll strike and score. Left side, 6-0.
That's well taken, but
Haskell was guessing opposite side. So, again, this is deja vu all over again.
It really
Clemson,
is.
we talked about 1-1-1. They go to game 4. Won last year 6-0. Here's game 4 at 1-1-1. Oh, by the way, it's 6-0.
he sells it as if he's going right, and he just shapes it back to the left corner. It's going to be interesting to follow Loyola from here, though, because based on personnel, based on last year, and you haven't had the best start, you know, in the words of Coach Nichols, and now you're about to open Patriot League play. It's sometimes weird seasons like that.
Right.
You get a good result against American, you never know how your season can go from there.
And it wasn't like they were picked by, you know, a little vote margin. It was a 12 first-place votes.
Yeah, it was
inside
pretty
there.
overwhelming.
Yes.
And nearly swept all the preseason nods, you know, defender of the year, midfielder of the year, goalkeeper of the year. The only thing they were lacking was the forward of the year. So, you know, I'm looking forward to following them and seeing how they go after this game. And, you know, I mean, Coach Nichols did say it's just a tough out when you go on the road and play the defending national champion, regardless of how many starters have come back to that team.
Pass jumped upon, but it will be saved. Possession stays. Illuminato making a nice effort to keep it Clemson possession. That's a good job of just trying to maintain possession there by Loyola, but here's a run. Ogor trying to center it, but taken. Paul is able to jump on it. Clemson will turn it.
And you could just see Aiden Hampton back there in goal. He wanted that.
Live, turns it back, pause, and flip the field. Clemson right now up 6-0. They don't mind just playing the passing game here and just possessing. We're working our way to 2.5 left.
I just giving the guys an opportunity to work on the timing of their runs and the connection.
I would think that if you're a Clemson fan watching this and coming off the Stanford game, you know what? There was no letdown in this club coming into this. Really nice job by the players and coaching staff. Hey, let's go play this thing. You don't let that Stanford game beat you twice. They've come out with purpose in this contest.
Well, it was such a bizarre game, wasn't it? I was trying to explain to someone,
Yep.
It's like even the goals and how the goals occurred, really for both sides, it was an interesting.
Well, you had a couple of replays that actually turned plays the opposite way as the way that they were called, and you very rarely see that.
Right, a couple of initial penalty, not a penalty, was a penalty, and
then one that was not a penalty that turned into a penalty, and both those calls worked against Clemson. Now, that's not, you know, Stanford's good. There's a reason they're ranked 3 in the country. Yeah, they're doggone good. But
And as you said, it feels like that's just the first meeting between those two sides.
Something tells me that those two clubs will see one another again, and they may see each other twice again. Down.
Oof. Good to see him get up quickly, because I think he's going to be a fixture in this back line, and that's the last thing you want to see in the.
40 seconds left. Play it back to Haskell. He'll clear it. Whistle and a offside, actually. Ten seconds left, and Clemson's going to move to 2-1-1. Convincing fashion here tonight at historic Riggs Field. First 4 matches last year, Clemson goes to a national championship. 6-0. 6-0 win here tonight.